Dr. Ricardo Fernández came to Marquette from Puerto Rico with the expectation of one day becoming a physician like his father. Instead, he followed his heart, a path that created more education, access, and opportunity for others. In 2016, he retired after 26 years as president of the City University of New York's Herbert Lehman College. He took the reins during a challenging time for the college and transformed the school into a resource for economic, cultural, and education development of the Bronx.
He had a vision of the campus as being an integral part of the community, not being a separate part of the community. The Institute existed for many years before, but essentially had died. And in his own way, we met in his office and he said, look, it's a great opportunity. You'll have the Institute. You can work with schools, shape it up, give it a sense, and I'll help you and support you in any way that I can.
Under Ricardo's leadership, Lehman achieved significant milestones, new degree programs in business, nursing, social work, and public health, as well as expanded online offerings and on-site continuing education. He oversaw significant expansion of the school's information technology and multimedia facilities, as well as the completion of Science Hall, a campus centerpiece for research and STEM career preparation.
There was a vision to create a school of health sciences, human services, and nursing where we could train, educate culturally sensitive healthcare workers, nurses, healthcare administrators, speech-language pathologists, different type of healthcare professionals to go back into the community.
In 2002, Ricardo partnered with city government to establish on Lehman's campus the High School of American Studies, ranked by U.S. News & World Report in 2015 as the top high school in New York State and number 11 nationwide.
He was very interested in creating a pipeline for Bronx youth that might end up at Lehman or someplace like that in the sciences. Because especially in a place like the Bronx where there are a lot of people who don't have many advantages, many educational advantages, science is not a career path that many of those children are seeking.
He understood very well that Lehman's history is one that involves important service to first-generation college students. And he was very keen on the college maintaining its focus on providing access. At the same time, he also understood very clearly that it's really about excellence. So I think it's really the dual focus on access and excellence that drove his tenure here and really was a hallmark of all of his work at the college.
Ricardo's dedication to education began with his own schooling at a Jesuit bilingual prep school in his native Puerto Rico. When it came time to select a college, a teacher steered him toward the Midwest, but Ricardo's love of baseball and the success of the Milwaukee Braves are reasons why his one and only college application was to Marquette. At Marquette, Ricardo graduated with a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a master's in Spanish literature. And Marquette is where he met his wife Patricia, also an alumna. During his dissertation work at Marquette, Ricardo became active in Milwaukee's efforts to advance educational opportunities for Latino students. He would eventually move to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, where he spent 20 years, rising to Assistant Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and Professor of Educational Policy and Community Studies.
He was charged with implementing the first campus diversity plan. It was called the Milwaukee Initiative at that time. And I think that the success of students and the support for students and the various services for students are a tribute to sort of that first beginning that he led of implementing some real concrete steps through the Milwaukee Initiative.
Today, Ricardo and Patricia live in Washington, D.C. He continues to advocate for underserved populations through his work with the Bronx Lebanon Hospital Center, the Association of American Colleges and Universities, and the Intercultural Development and Research Association. Even with his time spent with other institutions, Ricardo has never forgotten the lessons learned at Marquette.
He always talked about how Marquette brought to him several things. Number one, a sense of purpose, a sense of commitment. Number two, the sense of excellence, that you had to be excellent at whatever you did. And in an interesting way, he combined leadership and commitment in a very personal way. He developed his own persona. He was a leader that cared for others, that facilitated the work of others, that supported others, that served others.
For his commitment to education and dedication to providing access and opportunities to underserved populations, the Marquette University Alumni Association proudly presents the 2017 Professional Achievement Award to Dr. Ricardo Fernández.